And you're right here.
What?
No, you're right here with me.
What?
But damn! Now for the fun with Hi, everybody.
Wow.
Hello.
Right. You have like dog light.
Hi, y'all. Hi.
This is Zabryna.
Clancy.
There's a doctor.
Please, Gramps.
Grandpa.
No idea what.
Yeah.
That's exactly how you do it.
Yay! Hit a late chain. Whippersnapper.
We're still getting to know your characters. What can you tell them? Tell us about them that we don't already know.
For Dr. Abby, she is fiercely loyal. And we've been, Joe and I, Allison's character, we've been friends since childhood. And I think I've been friends with Donald Faison's character too. I think we've probably just known each other in this period. He's probably known us since we were kids.
Mr. Sawyer. Hey, Mr. Sawyer. Hello, Abby.
He used to be Mr. Sawyer to me. But yeah, I think that that's the backstory that we haven't really explored.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
What about Ed that you don't see yet? He's got a temper. You'll see pops off a couple of times. That's about it.
Bad taste in shirts.
Bad taste.
That is
No, the character. The character.
Nice.
he gave us all Rams shirts with our names on them. So I wear mine proudly all the time, but my husband's a Saints fan. And he's very mad.
I love that he's a Saints fan. I love that.
He's like, if I get your Saints shirt with your name on it, will you burn the Rams shirt? No, never gonna happen.
So we've had the chance to start with, grandpa-doctor relationship with Piper, coming in. How much of this is going to start growing in the next few episodes?
What part?
Just the dynamic with Piper, this whole mystery behind Piper and the growth of the grandpa dynamic, sort of adopted grandpa dynamic, and then the Dotsie dynamic.
Oh, okay, so episode 3 pops off, and the reveals in the show come really fast. It's something that the creators, Tara Butters and Michelle Fazekas, they absolutely didn't want the audience to get bored and ahead of the story, so they are revealing quickly. I mean, we're all reading the scripts and we're like, oh, okay, we're doing that now. So I think, to your point, to your question, yes, all of it's going to start developing and deepening very quickly.
Yeah, I think we all kind of get swept up in it. It's like you started out with this really good hook of, this mysterious little girl and who is she, and a lot of that gets answered. A lot of what you think you want to know gets told to you, but by the time you get that answer, there's so much more story and questions that you have. And how is it all going to relate? I mean, it's kind of a masterful unfolding of a narrative.
And then it's all kind of,
it's like a novel.
Yeah, nestled inside these very real lives of people that are like you and me. There's no supernatural.
Except we're on TV.
Except for that part, it's just like you and me. And
we don't swear.
Except for that. And it does lend a great deal of credibility because and empathy. People allowed to empathize and be compassionate towards the characters because I think people see themselves in that. What would I do in that situation? And it feels familiar, even though it's very much not. The decisions are simple, even though it's a sci-fi movie.
It usually seems like when a big twist or a revelation happens, the story either ends soon after or changes. Do you have to kind of approach the arc of your character differently, knowing that the twist is going to happen, but then the character is going to keep reacting and moving forward with it?
I mean, I don't find it to be a difficulty because our creators and our writers are really skilled, and they're incredible writers. So what is most important to me is it real? Is it true? Are we telling a story? And what do I want? Do I want something that makes sense in this world? And up until now, we haven't been disappointed. I haven't.
Yeah, they're very mindful of their characters. Like characters don't know more than they should know, and then that becomes part of the story. You know, I mean, you saw 3, right? So who knows? In the ensemble here, who knows what you know? Not that many people, right? So those people have to learn it. But also, you think you know the next step of the story because Terry O'Quinn has shown up, and you think you know what's going on, but you don't. I'll tell you right now, that's the spoiler. You don't know.
You really don't.
You think you do because they're sending you down that path, but that ain't it. It's real. I mean, it's good, man. It's like it's good to read. It's good to watch.
We get a lot of questions from readers about how to approach a part when it's in a
Don't be
different
mad you
genre.
don't know. It's intended for you not to know. It's intended for you. I'm sorry. It's intended for you not to know. But you're gonna love it when you go, "Whoa, man!
Clancy was right."
Yeah.
Love that man.
Sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. So we get a lot of questions from readers about how to approach a part when you're used to working in a different genre. And you guys have worked in various different types of television, even voiceover. How did you approach this part in the sci-fi mystery? And did it differ, or did you approach different parts in different genres differently?
Okay. I'll go first. I'm primarily a theater actor, so the blessing in theater is that you have the full arc in the play, and you know the beginning, the middle, and the end, and you can develop your character because you know where they go. TV, in my experience, I find that the end of a season, I'm like, I wish I'd known that episode 3. I would have totally played that differently, you know? So it's tough, but I think if you always play the truth of the scene and truth of your need and your objectives, and your relationships are real, it covers it. And I think for me, that's what I've had to kind of rely on, so that I don't get bogged down by like, what is going to happen in 3 episodes? Can I say that like that? Because what if that doesn't happen later? Just backstories change, things shift. They decide somebody's going to go a different path based on, whatever they're talking about in the writers' room. So I don't know if that answers your question.
What was the question?
Do you approach different genres of television?
Oh, different genres. Yeah, of course you do. But when you start out on that TV show pilot, it's like you meet these people for the first time, and all of a sudden you have to presume an intimacy. That's what actors do pretty much. In theater, you get the rehearsal time to really cram that and make that happen. It's always a crapshoot with television. Film, sometimes you can make that happen. Crapshoot is with television. You just gotta hope that you have an ensemble that is just going to get along, and there's not going to be any ego problems, and there's not going to be any. Everybody's going to be patient with kids. Everybody's going to be, respectful of the senior citizen. And, nobody's going to be creepy to the beautiful women. I mean, it's just like a whole lot of dynamic and politic that you have to just hope works out right. And this one really did right from the get-go, because of Allison. Because of who everybody is, but also because of Allison and because of Michelle and Tara and the way they built it. I think somehow they just figured out, how not to cast an asshole. But you never know.
They actually have a no asshole policy.
You're not the first person I've heard say that today.
No one's allowed.
Right, and I mean, even in our guest stars, there's everybody's solid. Everybody's so work focused and friendly and happy to be there.
And just grateful to be working.
I know that doesn't sound like really juicy, does it?
I know, not much of a soundbite. We fight all the time.
Those darn kids!
What's it like going into a pilot? Knowing that it might not even go anywhere. So, how do you prepare just for a pilot on its own, not knowing?
We read the script. We sit around and get to know each other, and we cross our fingers and try to be honest with each other. We had a great director. We had Paul McGuigan, who was director, and Michelle and Tara were on the set to answer everything. So, the tone was set by Paul and Michelle and Tara and Allison pretty much. And so, the rest of us just kind of sat back and Donald, big personality and Alexa.
Personality on, offset.
That's a lot of fun.
What part of the series, when you first read the script and there was a push for it, really drew you in? Like the storyline, the characters, you wanted
The writing. I thought the writing was fantastic. I loved that it was this extraordinary world happening to very ordinary people, and that it was just so human and character driven. That's what drives me to fall in love with a role or a script, and that was number one for me. So character driven. And Tara and Michelle, they were like, read it, let me know. And I'm like, and I know them, we've worked with them before, and I'm like, okay, I'll be hard pressed. And I was 5 pages in, I was like, girls, just yes, I'll finish reading it, but yes.
Big
personality.
Have you interviewed them yet?
Yeah.
He's fun.
The girls seem like full of energy.
That never gets used.
Actually, did he tell everybody?
No, that
I knew it.
Good Lord.
I was like, that's the only thing that would make me
Creation if
yell.
it happens.
Both of the kids have a huge energy. How does it change the dynamic for you on the set?
What? With a kid?
Yeah.
It's okay. We're not going to report it. It's off the record.
It doesn't take more than a couple of slaps. They're paying attention.
There's only one thing that would make like a.
No, they're pretty good.
There's only one thing that would make
They're great kids, man. And they're really talented. And they're sweet girls.
This is a daily.
The decibel level does get